Hello, welcome to Wednesday Evening Yoga Flow. I am Megan and we are doing yoga for stress and anxiety. You can see my chair right there. Move that. That's better. Okay. And tonight we're gonna, if you've been following along, we've been moving our way up through the koshas. So we started with Anamaya Kosha, the body, or the physical body. And then we did Pranamaya Kosha, which was the energy and breath body. And we're still going to be working with Manomaya Kosha tonight, which is the mind. And tonight we're going to do a flow followed by a few minutes of quiet. So we're going to get right into it. As always, grab a mat if you've got a mat. If not, no big deal. Just something to pad your knees with. If you like to work with blocks or anything else, go for it. And we will get started. All right, so give yourself just a moment here. Find a comfortable seat. Give yourself a moment to arrive. Let go of whatever you had going on before you stepped onto your mat or stepped into whatever area you've got. And just notice how your body feels today. Notice where your mind is at. And notice the flow of your breath. And when you feel ready, slowly blink your eyes open. Bring your right hand over to your right side. Left arm's going to reach up and over, side stretch. Just rooting down into that left sit bone, lengthening the left side out. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Left hand's going to come down, right arm comes all the way up and over, side stretch the other way. Getting right into it today. Noticing how your body feels. Remember to modify as you need to throughout the whole practice. Make this feel good for you. Inhale, come all the way back up. And let's come on to hands and knees. So hands are going to come underneath your shoulders, knees come underneath your hips. We're going to move through a few rounds of cat-cow. When you inhale, you're going to arch your spine and look up. Exhale, round and drop your head. And then just keep going. Follow your breath. So you're inhaling to arch and look up and exhaling to round. Keep moving with your breath. Notice how you feel. And if any movements that we do tonight don't feel good for your body, for your mind, for whatever you've got going on, remember you can skip it, you can change it, you can do what you need to do to make it feel good for you. And then on your next inhale, come back to a flat back. And then from here, on your exhale, let's take it back into child's pose. So take your hips back towards your heels, drop your head. Reach your arms way forward, maybe even come onto your fingertips. Feel your shoulders away from your ears so you still got a lot of space for your neck. Take a couple of breaths here. And then inhale. If you're on your fingertips, you're going to bring your hands all the way down. You're going to look forward and then slide any way you want to get there. Any fancy way you want to, all the way down onto your belly. Get really long through your legs. Take your shoulders away from the floor and then inhale. Keep your feet grounded as you lift your head and shoulders up off the floor. Maybe even your hands can come too. Shoulder blades together and down your back, but you're not jamming them. You're just allowing them to come together and down your back. Press the tops of your feet down into the floor. Think about your inner thighs lengthening up towards the sky so the pinky edges of your feet are rolling down. And then exhale, lower down. Again, come onto your fingertips if that feels okay. Maybe take your hands a little bit wider than your mat or wider than your shoulders. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Keep the tops of your feet rooted down. And then again, lift your heart up. Take a long, deep breath here. Feel the tops of your feet rooting down. Feel your heart reaching forward. And then exhale, lower down. One more. Hands come back underneath your shoulders or next to your rib cage. And then one more inhale, roll your heart open. Any size cobra you want to be here. Feet are grounding down, heart is reaching forward. And then exhale, you're either going to go back into child's pose where we were, or you're going to tuck your toes, press yourself back downward facing dog. If you want to move around here, kind of let your feet sway your hips. Do what you need to do. And then when you're ready, take your time. You're going to slowly walk your feet all the way forward to meet your hand, coming into your forward fold at the top of your mat. Dangle here just for a moment. You can grab opposite elbows. You can let your arms just hang. Remember, a little bend in your knees might feel better. Or a big bend might feel better too. Whatever feels good here. And then on your exhale, let go of whatever you got going on with your hand. A little bend in your knees. Slowly roll yourself all the way up to stand. Stacking your spine as you go. On your inhale, reach your arms up overhead, open up. And exhale, bring your hands into your heart, onto the mudra. So give yourself a moment here. Feel your right side of your body, your whole right side of your body. From your foot, your toes, all the way to the crown of your head. See if you can just notice the right side of your body. And then feel your left side of your body. From your foot all the way up to the crown of your head. Your left lung, your left leg, your left arm. Feel the left side of your body. And then feeling your whole body. On your inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, come into a flat back. Exhale to fold. You're going to plant your hands, bend your knees, plant your hands, step your left foot back. Coming back into a lunge, and then bring your left knee down to the floor. Stay here just for a moment. Keep your hands low. If you've got blocks, if you like to work with blocks, you can put your hands on blocks, or you can just keep them on the floor. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward. And then you can stay or reach your arms all the way up. The lunge. Take a breath. Your tailbone comes down, low belly lifts. And it's like you're trying to draw your low belly away from that front leg, so you're not falling forward into that leg. You've got some nice control through your belly, so that way you feel supported. Take a long, deep inhale here. And then exhale, hands come down to the ground. Let's step it back into a plank or a kneeling plank. Take your time here, no rush. On your exhale, lower down. Inhaling into a cobra. Keep your feet rooted. Roll your heart open any size you want to be. And then exhale, press it back, downward facing dog, or hips come back toward your heels for child's pose. Take a deep breath here. And then on your next inhale, take your time. You're going to slowly step your left foot forward between your hands. Again, don't rush it. And if your foot gets stuck, just help it along the way. Bring your right knee down to the ground. Again, you're just going to hang out here just for a moment. We're saying hello to your hips. Keep your spine long. Keep your face soft. And then on your inhale, you can stay low or reach your arms up toward the sky. Again, think about taking your belly away from that front thigh, so you've got a lot of space there. And maybe open up your heart a little bit. And on your exhale, hands come down. Step your right foot forward to meet your left foot. Come back into your fold. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, press into your feet. Come all the way up. Reach your arms up overhead. Open up. Exhale, hands come to heart. Take a deep inhale here. And a deep exhale. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, dive forward, forward, fold. So you're just moving with your breath. No rush. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Again, bend your knees, clench your hands, step your right foot back this time. This time, stay on the ball of your back foot. Pause here, get long in your spine. And again, you can stay low, or if you want to start to come up, balance is fun some days. Come all the way up, high lunge. Little bend in that back knee if that feels good. And again, it's that same motion. So it's like you're trying to draw your belly away from your thigh a little bit. So that way you feel nice and upright in the upper body and supported in your lower body. Take a long deep breath here. And then exhale, both hands come down to the ground. Again, we're going to step it back. Come back right into your plank or your kneeling plank. And then exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. From here, we're going to come into Sphinx. So you're going to bring your forearms down to the ground. Elbows come underneath your shoulders. Press into your forearms and lift your heart up. Tops of the feet ground down. Heart reaches forward. And if you're super bendy in your back and you feel like you want to, you can press into your hands and lift your elbows off the floor. But if you do that and you feel any kind of compression, pain, anything that doesn't feel right in your back, don't do it. It's not worth it. Bring your elbows back down if it hurts. Give yourself a long, deep breath. And then if your arms are straight, slowly bring your elbows back down. And then lower all the way back down onto your belly. And press into your hands. Press yourself back down, dog or child's pose. Take a deep breath. And then on your inhale, step your right foot forward. Again, take your time here. Your biggest step, just help it along the way. Pause here once you get there. Feel your feet grounding down. Feel your heart reaching forward. And then again, you can stay low or bring it all the way up. Feel your belly drawing away from that front thigh. Feel your upper body upright as you ground down through your feet. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale, hands come down to the ground. Step your left foot forward to meet your right foot. Come back into your hold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into your feet. Come all the way up. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart. Deep inhale here. Deep exhale. On your inhale, you're going to bend your knees, sink your hips, chair pose. So in chair pose, like you're sitting on a chair, but the chair is on the back of your mat, and it's teeny tiny. You're sitting on a teeny tiny chair in the back of your mat. If you want to visualize a chair, that's where it is. Take a long deep breath. And then exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Clench your hands, step your left foot back. Anchor down that left heel. We're going to come up into warrior one. So arms reach up by your ears. Right knee is going to bend right on top of your ankle. Feel the pinky edge of your left foot, so your back foot, grounding down. As you breathe here. Long deep breath. Feel your whole right side. Feel your whole right side. Feel your whole left side. And then on your exhale, open it up into warrior two. Arms come out into a T. Front heel is going to kind of line up with the arch of your back foot, depending on the day. And your hips, shoulders down away from your ears. And then inhale, reach your arms up. So keep your legs exactly where they are. Just reach your arms up towards the sky. Make fists with your hands. I know you can't see my hands right now, but make fists with your hands. Feel your arms get really strong. And then take your arms back out into a T. Release your hands. Keep your arms just that strong. Just that strong. Inhale, take your left hand back to your left leg. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. Proud warrior, lengthen out your left side. And again, as you do that, think about that left side drawing away from your left thigh. So it's like you're trying to take your tailbone towards, lengthen your right side. Taking your right side away from your right thigh. And you're trying to draw your tailbone towards your right heel. Take a long deep breath here. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down onto the ground. Step it back, come back into your plank. And then on your exhale, lower your knees down to the ground. So knees are underneath your hips. Take a breath here. And then from here, you're going to keep your hips stacked on top of your knees. Just start to walk your hands forward and allow your heart to melt down towards the ground. Try to keep your arms engaged here. I like to come up onto my fingertips just because it gives me a little bit more space. But notice what feels good to you. You can keep your hands down, but if you feel your arms kind of flopping down onto the ground, I want you to think about taking your upper arms up towards the ceiling. So for me, it helps to come up onto my fingertips so that way I can keep that engagement. But notice what works for you. Take a long deep breath here. And then inhale, slide forward into Sphinx. So you're going to slide onto your belly. Forearms down onto the ground. Heart reaches forward. Take your time here. Long deep breath. Feel your breath in your right lung. Feel your breath in your left lung. And then exhale, lower all the way down. Again, use your hands, press yourself back. We're going back into child's pose or downward facing dog. Either one. Feel your feet, feel your hands. See if you can really let go of your head. And then on your inhale, take your time. You're going to slowly step your left foot forward between your hands. Anchor down your back heel. We're going to come back up. Warrior one. So again, feel your feet grounding down. Feel the pinky edge of your right foot grounding down to the floor. So your back leg, your right foot grounding down. And again, you're lifting your low belly away from that front thigh. Feel your whole left side. Your whole left side. Feel your whole right side. And then on your exhale, open it up into warrior two. So again, front heel is going to kind of line up with the arch of your back foot. Right arm's reaching back over your right leg. Left arm's reaching forward over your left leg. Feel your feet grounding down. Feel the crown of your head reaching up towards the sky. And then take your arms up towards the ceiling. Make fists with your arms or with your hands, so you feel your arms really engaged there. And then keep that engagement as you take your arms back out into a T. Keep that engagement as you release your hands. Take a long deep breath. And then on your inhale, take your right hand back to your right leg. Reach your left arm up towards the sky. Again, if it helps you to think about it, think about your tailbone reaching towards your front heel. So your tailbone reaching towards your left heel as you really lengthen out the left side body. Take a long deep breath here. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down onto the ground. Step it back, come back into your plank. And then one more time, lower down onto your knees. So again, hips are stacked on top of your knees. You're going to walk your hands forward, melting your heart down towards the floor. And keeping your arms engaged. Feeling that big opening in your upper back. So you don't want to feel this in your low back. And you do that by tucking your tailbone just slightly and lifting your low belly. Inhale, we're going to roll all the way forward onto the belly. And then this time come all the way down onto your stomach. Okay, so we should be nice and warm in the upper back now. Right? So bring your arms down by your sides. We're going to do 3 rounds of back bends here. I'm going to talk you through locust and then 1 or maybe 2 rounds of both. I don't know. I don't know where I'm at yet. So, but I'm going to talk you through it. Don't worry. So what you're going to do is on your inhale, we're going to start with locust. You're going to lift your feet, lift your legs, shoulders, head, arms. Think about, just like in cobra, you're rolling the pinky edges of your feet down towards the floor and lifting your inner thighs. And then feel your shoulder blades come together and down your back as you lift your heart forward. Breathe. And then exhale, release and lower down. Give yourself a moment here. Really let go of your shoulders. And I think 2 rounds of bow might feel good. So, not bow. So if you want to repeat locust pose like we just did, you can. You have the option to interlace your fingers behind your back if you like to do that. Or if you want to bend your knees and catch your feet. If you've got anything going on in your knees, your low back, stick with locust. If you feel okay with bow, go for it. So what you're going to do is bend your knees and catch your feet. Forehead comes to the floor, shoulders roll away from your ears. So you feel really long. Lengthen your tailbone toward your knees. And then you kick your feet back And then you resist that a little bit with your hands. So it's kind of this back and forth between kicking back and resisting. The kick back will lift your heart. That resistance will lift your legs. So kicking back lifts your heart. Resist that, lifts your legs. Long, deep breath. And then exhale, lower down. Let it go. Turn your head the other way. Release your feet. Take a couple breaths here. Notice the effects of the back bend. And then one more. Just one more. Okay, yep. One more. So you're going to, again, either locust pose where you lift everything or bend your knees, catch your feet. One more time. Lengthen your tailbone. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Spread through your toes. And inhale, lift. Again, it's that nice back and forth between lengthening your feet away from you and resisting that with your hands. Lengthening away and resisting. And then on your exhale, release. Lower down. All done with that. Take a long, deep breath. And then from here, slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale into kind of a mild cobra. So whatever your mild cobra is, might be lower, might be a little bit bigger. And then exhale, slide it back. Either down dog or child's pose, whichever one feels best on your back. Do that. And then on your exhale, take your time. We're going to come to a seated. We're going to come to a seated. Bringing the soles of your feet together, knees out wide, Baddha Konasana. We're going to stay upright for this one. Even if you love to fold forward, give it a minute. Give your back a minute. Feel your sit bones grounding down. Feel your crown of your head reaching up towards the sky. Really long in the spine. Feel your whole right side. Your whole right side of your body. Feel your whole left side. Whole left side of your body. And then from here, if you feel like you want to hinge forward a little bit, take your time. If your back screams it, you don't do it, but you feel okay hinging just for a moment. Keep lengthening the crown of your head. Keep breathing. Inhale, come all the way back up. Use your hands. Bring your knees back together. We're going to make our way all the way back onto our backs. Don't skip this part because you want to neutralize your spine before you go on. Don't skip this part. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock and roll around a little bit. And then take your arms out into a T. Drop your knees over to the left, coming into your twist. Let your right shoulder melt down. Give yourself just a couple breaths here, unwinding the spine. Feel all that work you did. Feel the energy in your body. And then inhale, bring your knees back to center. Exhale, go the other way. Drop your knees over to the right. Coming into your twist on the other side. Left shoulder melt down, a couple of breaths. Just feeling that unwinding in the spine. Feeling the energy in the body. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. And then from here, extend your legs long on the mat. Don't skip this part either. It's the best. Take your feet, wiggle them in and out. In and out, in and out, in and out. And then let them drop open. Find a comfortable position for your arms. Maybe palms face up. Maybe move your arms away from your body a little bit. Let your shoulders roll down away from your ears. just get really comfortable, snuggle in. And then if it feels okay, close your eyes or soften your gaze. And take one more moment to scan the left side of your body. Just notice any sensations, any colors, anything that comes up for you as you feel the whole left side of your body, from the tips of your toes all the way up to the crown of your head. And then do the same thing for your right side. Scan your right side of the body. Noticing any sensations, any colors, anything that comes up for you from the tips of your toes, the crown of your head. And then feel your whole body. The whole body. And allowing yourself to let go and just be for a few minutes. I'm going to leave you here for your Shavasana. Take as long as you would like. 5 minutes would be great. 10 minutes would be wonderful, whatever you have time for. But give yourself some time for your Shavasana. Give yourself some time to unwind, absorb, and just Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be back same time next week. Have a lovely week. Thank you.